morning, everybody, and a very happy Wednesday morning to you. We have a lot to cover as usual, but first, I have another sponsor. So I want you to pay attention to this, okay? This is really some good stuff. Good morning, everybody. So I was contacted by a company that wanted me to try their products or talk about their products to you guys, and I said, not talking about them unless I actually get to try them. So the company is called Better Not Younger, and these are hair care products for people that are, 45, 50 and up. Because, our hair changes as we get older. It gets thinner and, as it turns gray, it gets more brittle. It's, a little harder to take care of. So what they've sent me is a sample of their shampoo, their conditioner, and a sample of their hairspray. So I'm going to take this mess. I'm going to wash it with their shampoo, wash it with their conditioner, use their hairspray, dry my hair, use their hairspray, and we'll see how my hair looks. Right now, although you may not be able to see it on camera, it's like straw. It's very brittle. It's been that way since it's turning salt and pepper gray. So let me give their products a try, and then I'll be back to tell you how it works. Now, I wanted to show you, because I want to be fair, that this is a different lighting, okay? And I'm getting ready to wash my hair. Here we go. So now I'm out, and here's my first thing to point out. Normally my hair is very difficult to brush out, and it was smooth and easy, shockingly easy to brush out the tangles. So now my hair is dry. My husband just looked at me and went, wow, your hair is fluffy. Not only is it fluffy, it's soft. And look at this. Boop. Boop. And that's with me adding no further product to my hair. And I just put the hairspray in, you guys. Like, whoo, look at that. Okay, thumbs up. So these hair care products I'm going to endorse. Now, what I really like about it is that depending on what you need, they have products depending on what you need, but also their products are cruelty-free. You know how I feel about the animals? Vegan, paraben, no sulfates, all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be a link down in the description box, and you can click that link to get your products. If you use the link, then there's a discount as well. That's also in the description box. So yeah, go for it, guys. So just so you're aware and you understand what I'm saying, there's a link in the description box, and there's a discount code that you can use to get even more money off. Okay? All right, you guys, let's jump into our information for today. To start with, we know that Sophie is back from Ethiopia, Duchess Sophie, but some pictures showed up of her meeting President Sal Work Zood. I hope I'm saying that correctly. She met them on October 12th and 13th. FYI, that is the UK ambassador that's with her. Anyway, you know how I am. The pictures showed up. I have to go backwards and show you. And of course, as is usual, a big thank you to Remoulade Sauce for all of the information on the gorgeous outfits that she was wearing. Moving on. Next up, I had to add these in because I told you already that Catherine went to visit the Fiji team after they lost. And here you go. Some more pictures showed up. That's what I love. She didn't move, England won and move on, though. She went to see the team that had lost as well. Pretty cool. Moving on. Next up, we have Vice Admiral Tim Lawrence, husband of Princess Anne. He attended a memorial service for the former Chancellor of the Exchequer. His name was Lord Lawson, and he was at St. Margaret's Church on October 17th. All right, now we're going to move on to Princess Anne. And once again, I showed you last week that she went to the gala performance for the Scots in London. And of course, some more pictures came out. And essentially what they show was what we already knew, that she saw a choir, she saw the dancing, and of course she took time to speak with all the staff and the volunteers and the choir members. Good for her. We're going to move on now to Harry and Meghan. He is house hunting in the UK since they lost Frogmore Cottage, which of course we found out later on they weren't even paying rent on. And he wants to divide his time between Britain and the United States. But I think We all know Meghan has no interest in returning to the UK, knowing that the UK doesn't like her. She doesn't want her children there. Now, this is creating some problems because let's be honest, Harry has given up everything for his wife, everything. But she is not being a supportive wife and helping him out. It's all about her. And yeah, I think that's showing very well. Now, in order for him to maintain his counselor of state position, he has to have a domicile in the UK. And I think at some point that's going to come back and he's going to be removed. And that'll be the last link that he has. And I think that's why he very well may be house hunting. But there's also the thought that he doesn't like the UK. Every time he comes to the UK, he has an anxiety attack on the plane. Isn't that what he said? Yeah, I think he realizes the grass ain't greener. Moving on. All right, this next story, I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. But what they're saying in the story is that Meghan is going to have an alliance with Kim Kardashian and, her mother, Kris Jenner. And that's going to get her into the Hollywood elite. That Jenner is known for her, and I'm quoting, momager extraordinaire ability to secure sweetheart deals because she's a hard-driving, no-nonsense approach to business. And all of a sudden, because they move in the same circles, the Kardashians supposedly are going to team up with Meghan Markle. I call bull on this story. The only teaming up that I see happening possibly is that she wants to put their stuff on the TIG. That's it. All right, moving on to our next story. They're saying that William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, that they're going to do a new venture and it's not going to sit well with Harry and Meghan. I already know what this is because I already talked to you guys about this before. They put the trademark application into the United States. They're going to do a race of some sort. So while the article points out that while Harry and Meghan have a celebrity friends and fixers, there's really no substitute for being an actual fully paid up member of the royal family, the global interest, the intrigue, though that's how you get the crowds wherever you go. So yeah, I think Harry and Meghan are not going to be happy. All right, this article is a load of crap. All right, Meghan and Harry were crushed about the royal family decision. What they're talking about was their decision to step back from the family. And according to Omid Scobie, Meghan said as she was leaving, it didn't have to be this way. It didn't. And then the tears that she had been bravely holding back were free to flow among familiar places as she got on the last commercial flight of the day. Yeah. Guys, it's called real life consequences. You made a decision. Now you're getting the consequences. Grow up. All right, next up, a blind item came out that said the plan for Meghan is to launch some kind of a site on November 1st to try to get everybody, around the Christmas time and all of that. What did I tell you guys? She is going to be launching the TIG right about the same time that Endgame from Omid Scobie is going to be printed, which is happening on November 21st. I think she'll be releasing right after the book, the TIG. Moving on. All right, really quickly, I just wanted to throw this in there. Another Ivy League domino falls. The Wexner Foundation has now cut off their funding to Harvard. They put out this letter where they said, and I'm quoting, "We are stunned and sickened at the dismal failure of Harvard's leadership to take a clear and unequivocal stand against the barbaric murders of innocent Israeli civilians by terrorists last Saturday." And just a reminder, last week, another billionaire, I told you about that, Aiden Ofer, also withdrew his money. You know what's going to get Harvard moving? Money. And the loss of it. Moving on. All right, you guys, here we go with our big story for today. For everybody's, is it real? Is it not? Is it photoshopped? It's very obvious that Harry and Meghan leaked the photo because they wanted everybody to know that they were on that island in the Grenadines. This was not a secret trip. They wanted everybody to know where they were. So they came back to the United States by private jet, which is probably how they arrived there as well. What did I tell you guys? Our eco warriors are running around on private jets. So they get back to the United States. By the way, that private jet is not Tyler Perry's. I'm guessing that he's no longer loaning them the jet. When they got off the plane, they were greeted by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol agents. Now, another thing that was absolutely confirmed from these photos was that the children were once again not with them. They had left them at home with either the nannies or Doria. Interesting. Once again, so they went to the UK without the kids, like I told you. Then they went to, visit Eugenie and Jack without the kids. Then they jetted off to New York without the kids. Then they went off to the Caribbean without the kids. Oh, my Lord. Now, it must be nice to be a multimillionaire and be able to go on vacations and not pay for anything. I guarantee you that private jet belongs to a friend, and I guarantee you they arranged for a free stay at the Soho House there. So they're living a millionaire lifestyle and it's not costing them a dime. So since they were met by Customs and Border Control, I wonder if they took them somewhere so that they could do, a drug test on Harry, because I'm sure he's as high as a kite. My God, don't forget, you guys, the Heritage Corporation is still going forward with their lawsuit to release Harry's immigration paperwork. So there you go. All right, moving on now. There was a lot of hullabaloo about what Meghan was wearing when she got off the plane, because it was Atlanta, it's cold, and she was in sandals. Well, that was because when she left the Caribbean, it was warm. But people also noticed that she was wearing a 1,000-pound scarf. We've seen that one before. She was wearing 570-pound sandals. But it was the shopping bag that really caught everybody's attention. Yes, a shopping bag. Let me explain, you guys. A big thank you to Remoulade Sauce for this. The bag that Meghan is carrying is a Caribbean flour and feed sack shopping bag, which costs $10. We'll never see that bag again. Just like we didn't see this bag again that Meghan was carrying when she went back and forth, in front of the palace when she was dating Harry. Well, I have to agree with the Royal News Network. They've spent 2 to 3 weeks away from their kids. And to me, that's not a devoted person, especially when you have the ability to take them with you. I agree. All right, you guys, to finish up this video, you guys loved the video I did the other day of Meghan constantly touching Harry. So here's some more for you, except this is the claw with the laugh. Enjoy. All right, a quick Finn update. Our neighbors were shooting outside. Obviously, this is rural. Everybody has a gun. There's a lot of practice shooting going on. But Finn does not like it. He literally burrowed under that blanket, stuck his nose out, and then stayed under there and shook. So when the shooting finally stopped, he was fine, though, you guys. So don't worry. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Leave those comments, make them good. And if you've donated to my coffee fund or through the thanks button, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.